Even though President Trump wants us to all stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein, today he said Attorney General Pam Bondi should probably rethink her decision to close that case.
But she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
You heard him. Whatever Bondi thinks is credible from the Epstein files, the President of the United States said she should release. Well, that is news. And today, Attorney General Pam Bondi appeared in public for the first time since she closed the Epstein case last week. She was at a press conference to talk about a massive drug bust by the Drug Enforcement Agency. Of course, that is important news, but it's also important for her to respond to her boss, the President of the United States, who just minutes before she stepped on that stage said she should release whatever Epstein files she thinks are credible. But when asked, Pam Bondi wanted none of it.
The president said today you would release credible files related to Mr. Epstein. Are you prepared to do that, and when would you do that?
Our memo speaks for itself, and we'll get back to you on anything else. I haven't seen all of his statements today.
He said that he would support you releasing additional credible evidence from the Epstein investigation. Is that something that you are open to doing? He said this just a few months.
I appreciate your question, but this today is about fentanyl overdoses throughout our country and people who have lost loved ones to fentanyl. That's the message that we're here to send today. Nothing about Epstein. I'm not going to talk about Epstein.
Well, that did not stop the questions. They just kept coming, and Bondi was asked about whether she may be fired over all this Epstein stuff.
There's so many people calling for change at the Department of Justice.
I'm going to be here for as long as the president wants me here, and I believe he's made that crystal clear. It's 4 years. Well, 3.5 now, right? We've got 6 months in.
About whether her relationship with the Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino is strained over all of this.
I'm not going to discuss personnel matters. I think we all are committed to working together now to make America safe again, and that's what we're doing. Only on topic, guys.
And then came the frustration.
We don't comment on whether there is or is not a pending investigation, but thank you. Anything else on topic today?
Obviously, the Attorney General does not want to talk about Epstein or her decision to close the case or whether she will even entertain reopening the case. Now, the reality is Donald Trump is the President of the United States, and he has a very unique relationship with his very loyal Attorney General. If he wanted her to release the Epstein files, he could absolutely have her release them, but he hasn't done that yet. Why? Well, he said he's only scratched the surface with the Attorney General on Epstein, but he knows his name doesn't appear in the file anywhere.
Review of the file. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you her name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen.
But this may soon be taken out of the hands of the executive branch altogether. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill certainly keep talking about these Epstein files. Some are pushing to pass legislation that would force the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files. Twice this week, Democrats have tried to get a vote on the House floor to force the Epstein files to be released. Neither of those attempts have actually made it. And today, a Republican, Representative Thomas Massie, started circulating a discharge petition to try and force a vote on his resolution, which would also force the DOJ to release the Epstein files within the next 30 days. We'll see if he can get 218 lawmakers to sign on to that. On top of all of those efforts, today House Speaker Mike Johnson said that Pam Bondi needs to be transparent. She needs to come forward and she needs to explain to everyone what she has on Jeffrey Epstein. Well, we'll have to see if any of that actually happens.